To me, this kind of comes across as like a weird Dr. Seuss novel. It's because like it's the guy from Green Eggs and Ham. It's the guy from Green Eggs and Ham, like in his like adulthood, like after puberty. Because in that book, he's just talking in rhymes. He's like he's suggesting absurd things that don't really make sense. He's freaking offering green eggs and ham, like that's the thing. Then he's older and he's like pounding the same dude again, and he's like, we could plant a house, we can build a tree, we can have all three. And the guy's like, all right, stop fucking coming on to me. Like I rejected you years ago. Just stop. All right.
One of the words I don't think Dr. Seuss would use, but maybe he would, I don't know, is probably the word breed. I think that's like, unless he's talking about like, we need to breed more green eggs and ham so that we can continue. Like a weird word for like make more of.
There's something just so off-putting about the word breed.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible word.
Like if you see a pregnant woman and you go up to her and you're like, oh, so, dear lady, did you breed? I see you may have made a fawn.
You tip your fedora and you say, "Milady, I see you have bread today."
Or like a pushy parent that's like, when are you going to give me kids instead of that? Or like, when are you going to give me a grandkid? It's like, when are you going to breed?
It's like one of those like souvenir t-shirt shop things that you see on like the Jersey Shore where it's just like, I used to like people and then they ruined it for me. Or like one of those like that I would never, ever wear.
No. Just to paint the picture, I have low standards for shirts. I am wearing a tie-dye shirt from Subway sandwiches. And still, I would not wear a shirt of something that's just like, oh, humans, we all suck. Ain't it true, King? Yeah. Like, I hate that vibe so much from shirts.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, just imagine you're wearing a shirt that says, like, if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask someone first. And then, like, your car catches fire and a fire truck goes by and you're, like, waving it down. And it's like the irony of ever needing something from anyone when you have a shirt that, like, I'm a solo king. Like, no one bother me. I won't bother you guys. So, yeah, this song is about, like, Nirvana fans or people who like the music but don't really know what it means, right? So once again, the lyric boys, that's who we're talking about.
Absolutely.
People who listen to the lyrics and don't understand any of them.
And this song could be 100% about us.
This should be our theme song.
Yeah.
So this guy, St. Thomas Aquinas, was like, listen, boys, I'm going to tell you why land animals are no good during Lent and you can fish it up, all right? And his justification was that land animals are tastier and therefore lustier, and therefore makes you like a lusty boy who wants to have sex because you're having land animals. So you should only eat fish because they taste worse than land animals and therefore are less lusty and will make you want to have less sex. And I'm like, okay, wow, this man is right.
Let me say, if that were to be a man today, I feel like this guy would just be a man who gets turned on by huge chunks of meat on his plate. Like a steak is just like, oh my God, that really gets me going, man. And today, they'll be like, all right, that's his weird fucking fetish. Back in the 1200s, he had to disguise that and be like, no, we all get pretty fucking turned on by this big hunk of meat. Right, guys?
His wife is like, Roger, how come every time we drive by Arby's, you slow down and stare out the window and like almost always rear end the person in front of you? What's that about?
It's like those Carl's Jr. and Hardee's commercials with the...
Yeah, those are super horny.
Yes, it's the woman and she has like a huge burger. This guy would just go insane for those commercials. He would go out of his fucking mind.
I feel that's the hair metal of fast food.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so I'm just going to pick the entirety of the song Sliver, which is also a non-album single, which hashtag some hot non-album singles in your neighborhood. Anyway, I don't know why I talk the way I do. Yeah, I definitely feel like the the person from the song In Bloom with the last like 4 Nirvana lyrics that we've done, because I was enjoying listening to the songs, but I don't understand any of it, and I looked at the lyrics, and I went to college and I learned to read and I learned to write, and I still do not understand them. All right, so
yeah, we're not that stupid. We have bachelor's degrees from like a good university, so yeah. I don't know what's going on here.
There's street smart and there's textbook smart, and I guess we are
none of those.
I shouldn't be happy, but I am happy. So that must mean I'm fucking idiotic, because what's there to be happy about when fucking we got lusty ass cows walking around and making all our teens horny?
That is the absolute most number one thing to be sad about is these fucking thick cows walking around with their honking meat, swinging udders.
Yeah, they got 6 udders. That's too many. Do that. I think the idea of like one of those Italian American influencers that we talk about, or like a gruff macho man being a spiritual self-help guru that like gives actually good advice, is hilarious to me. It's like, bro, like maybe that guy who cut you off in traffic, like he's got stuff going on and it's not an affront to you. Maybe he didn't even see you. So bro, like take that middle finger out of the air, stop honking, stop shouting, and think like, man, I wish that Honda Civic happiness.
Consider this. All we are is love. We are the physical embodiment of love and spiritualities. And if you're gonna go around creating hates and creating bad things, bad vibes, that's like opening the fridge and eating a rotten gabagool. Why you gotta go do that?
All right, this is our music podcast, but we'll sidebar.
We're gonna do another podcast of these two characters, the most obnoxious people on the planet that nobody will want to listen to for more than 5 seconds.
But it's like really good advice. It's like Oprah's favorite thing.
We read like actual like passages from the Bible and like discuss them not in a funny way, like in a way that's just like, damn.
All right, so fucking Leviticus, am I right? Goofy ass name, but big ass meaning.
So God was testing Job, but what that actually means is that you're gonna be tested a lot in life, and you have to be stronger than that.
Grandpa's at Hardee's.
Grandpa's trying to fuck he goes to Carl's Jr. He's like, where's the hot broads at? This cashier's not hot. It's a 16-year-old boy with acne.
I love the idea of him saying that out loud, and the 16-year-old boy being like, sir, that hurts. What would you like?
I'm on Proactive. God.
The 16-year-old boy is like, wow, it sounds like you got a lot of stress and trauma. I want to send you this podcast that's 2 Italian-American influencers who speak about spirituality. It's really good.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing that the grandpa would like, too.
The Lyric Boys is a podcast that is a dense text, all right? It requires textual analysis as deep as the textual analysis we give these lyrics. Am I right?